Hello everybody, my name is Christian and I'm with Undique, and now the next hour we're gonna spend together with the news here from the Quail Farm in New Jersey. And I tell you a little bit about Undique, which is a pet brand, also a network for quail farms here in the US, and I'm excited to launch some new products. And Hazel is here with me. Hazel, please don't be shocked if you see Hazel and have seen here the picture behind me before. And Hazel had a haircut and she's very excited to show you. Okay, Hazel, are you ready? You have to go a little bit back, turn around and sit here. Good girl. So this is Hazel. As you can see, she got a haircut, right? And Hazel loves to show her favorite product and also tell you a little bit more about it, which is the Crunch Bites. Here's a picture of Hazel on it. So just about her haircut, we had to cut her hair because she had some knots here all over her head. Right now she looks a little bit like her head was shrinking, but she's absolutely fine and healthy. Just for the summertime, we did a little cut here now. Yes, honey. And yeah, before she gets too impatient, let's talk about the treats. But she's absolutely fine and the hair will grow back, but she was very naughty there, very naughty everywhere. So she had a good shave, a good cut, and it will grow back and you will look like this again. But let's talk about the Quail Crunch. The Quail Crunch Bites is made from premium quail meat here in the US. So everything you see today on the show is made or laid in the United States. And Hazel is very excited to show you these treats, which you can use as training treats or a little snack in between. Hazel, give paw. Good girl. And as you can tell, I hope you hear it well. Let's see one more time. Hazel, paw. They're very crunchy. If I have, they're really resealable, and I just realized maybe I didn't seal them well enough since I last used them. So normally they're really crunchy. Don't let them get soaky like I did with those. Yes, Hazel, I know you like it crunchier. So let's get to the Crunch Bites. Or, sorry, Crunch Sticks. We had the Crunch Bites. Let's get into something crunchy first. Yes, Hazel. Turn around and sit. Sit. Stay. Okay. Here they are, the Crunch Sticks. Let me show you here on the big camera real quick. I see you don't see me. Here we are. Yes, Hazel. She loves them, as you can hear. This is the sealed package. We have one open one. Let me grab that. Let's finish this one first. Yes, yes. Okay. On position, Hazel. I switch over to your camera. The people can see it. Hey, excuse me. Turn around and sit. Other paw. Good girl. So that's the crunch stick. And she got the whole thing. And as you can hear, it's really crunchy. So this is again made from premium quail. That's the spine of the quail. So it's a bone, and that's how it looks like here. It comes in a resealable pack as well. And Hazel, she makes it sound like I don't feed her all day. You had breakfast. Yes, that's how when you work live with dogs, so please bear with me. The crunch sticks is the spine of the quail. As you can see, when I break it in pieces, it doesn't splinter like chicken does, right? So let me give Hazel another one before she is eating me. Okay, my dear. Come, turn around and sit. And all the way down. You're way too excited. Here you go. Oh. Good girl, good girl. Now we could hear it well, huh? How crunchy they are. So again, made here in the US, just dehydrated, no additives, no nothing. Hazel, people can't see you when you sit like this. Sit, stay. Ooh, somebody's very eager to show you the products today or do the taste test. Hazel is the chief treat tester here at Undique. So nothing passes her labradoodle nose. Hazel, give me paw. You get another one. Do you hear that? How crunchy and nice they are? So we work with a total of 14 farms right now across the United States, from Utah down to Florida to Louisiana, Texas, New York State, where we're going to show you today some really new products. But before I do so, we have something less crunchy too for the older animals. And once Hazel is satisfied, if you have any questions, you can pop them in the chat. Hazel, no bug. What is this here? Do I run the show or you run the show? Well, people are here to watch you, I guess, but let me show you guys here the pet cotton candy. So this one was designed as a food topper as well as a treat for older animals. Again, it's from premium dehydrated quail meat, and we make it nice and fluffy, so even an older dog or older cat with maybe less teeth can lovely enjoy that treat. And you just do like so. Hazel, go back, that we can see you better. Yeah, back, turn around, sit here on your mark. Perfect. So now you get cotton candy. With that and any treats, please make always sure that your dog or cat has fresh water. Hazel has a bowl over there. Here. So it's very fluffy, very nice, and it's a irresistible taste for your animal. While we're down there with the food toppers, let me show you what we do with quail eggs we don't ship out fresh. So if they're older than 48 hours, we make a lovely food topper which is freeze-dried. The only artificial thing about it is the packaging to keep it fresh. So this is the shaker, as I call it, with a small opening or a more generous opening. And that's designed as a food topper. So let me put that on here, yeah. And what it is, it's freeze-dried quail egg powder. That's yummy. So I always like to say it's like the Parmesan on top of your spaghetti, right? It's the little extra on top of the food for your pet. Can be a ferret as well, any carnivore animal. It's just freeze-dried quail eggs. It's an entire carton of quail eggs in there. And we freeze-dry it on our farms in Texas, in New York State, in Louisiana, all over the place, and bring it to you guys. So what it does, it stimulates the appetite for your pet. Hazel, when she was 2 years old, she suddenly didn't like her normal food anymore. And then I came up with that idea to preserve, especially during the hot summer months, when like July, August, when we sell less quail eggs for hatching and so on. We make that lovely food toppers. And a full shaker lasts you probably a month. If you sprinkle a little bit on top of the food, and it brings all the lovely good stuff what quail eggs have. The extra vitamins and minerals brings it right to the bowl of your pet. I'm gonna talk in a few minutes a bit more about what we do with the quail eggs and what good stuff is in the quail eggs. So when I talk about that, think about that topper as well. It's all preserved in there. Now I'm really excited to show you some new products we launched together with a duck farm and coordinated through a quail farm up in New York State. So Hazel, it's the first time you're gonna try that out live on TV, which is our freeze-dried duck hearts. As quail hearts are very small, Eric and his wife Nicole, who run E&N Quail, came partner up with a duck farm, and we bring those delicious freeze-dried duck hearts to you. We just launched a product, so if you click on the product below, you see some details. So it's a nice freeze-dried bite-sized treat. Let me see how Hazel likes that. So let's switch over to Hazel cam again. Hazel, go back on your mark. Good girl. Paw. Wow, is she excited today? Here you go. Now, Hazel, do you like that? It's yummy. More? Well, we can't overfeed you, so you get one more treat now, and that's it, okay? So let me show you what else we have in the duck area. So let me place that back here. And the second product we're launching now, again together with E&N Quails, Eric and Nicole, we have duck feet. We already have the quail feet in our store, but the duck feet, there's obviously way more chewing fun on them because they're bigger, right? While the quail feet, don't have the package here right now to compare, are maybe more for cats. This is definitely for dogs. Eric and Nicole, they have some big dogs as well. Yeah, and so they figured out, I want something, I know what's in there, and something for bigger dogs. And yes, Hazel. Yeah, okay, let's give it to Hazel. She will be calm then after a while. Hazel, sit. Yeah, I didn't even say paw yet. Okay, there you go. And typically, yep, as she does with the treats, if they are bigger ones and she knows it takes a while to eat, she runs off with them because she's afraid that I take it away again from her. So with the feet, we have a pack of 10. Same with the heart. Again, a product made in the US and just launched here. So you don't find it in the store yet, but you find it here on Amazon if you click on the product here below on the live stream, or just look for Undique and duck feet. You can search for that. So the duck feet and the duck hearts are new now, and we just launched them. So get them while supplies last. We try to resupply as quickly as we can, and but it's a great natural US made product. The nice thing about, as you can hear now, you don't hear much, is about those treats, especially the duck one. Just checking on Hazel. Always monitor your animal when they're eating. So, oh yeah, it's nice and crunchy. I don't know if you can hear that with the background here. She holds it down right now with one paw and chews on it, and is obviously busy with it now for a while. So that's great. I keep an eye on her a little bit, and if you see my eyes wandering off, that's because I look on a little mobile phone down here. Whoops. In case you guys have any questions about the products, right? So feel free to pop them in the chat there. So 2 new products we are launching. I'm really excited, but let me tell you a little bit more about Undique, our quail farm here in New Jersey, our network of quail farms here in the United States, how we got into quail, what products we make from quail, and show you along the way a little bit more about our products. So since I had early on not much time to talk, let's talk just real quick about the first product we showed you until I show you some other new stuff or what's coming out. So the Quail Crunch Bites. Quail are great birds, right? They're about this size, I would say a hand size of a bird. They are native to the US. There's the California quail, the Georgia giant quail, which is great for meat, by the way, because the bird gets bigger, but the eggs are tinier than normal quail eggs. So there's a lot of different quail variations out there. They are native to the US and many other countries. They're also known as the Coturnix quail. They're also known as Japanese quail, common quail, basically, which is in the lineage there. And they have so many different color variations. There's a quail called button quail, which is a smaller quail, and so on and so on. I could go on like that guy in Forrest Gump talking about shrimp when I talk about quail. So with the Quail Crunch Bites, what we did there, we wanted to make them crunchy, so we put a bit of the eggshell in there as well. That's the white spots you see. Yeah, Hazel, you get one more of those. She came back. She's already done with the duck feet. You were quick. So let me show you here just a close-up look. So the white spots you see in there. Oh, I'm sorry. Should have cleaned my nails. I was with the quail early on. Yeah, that's what happens when you work on a farm. So you see the white spots? Hazel, no more barking. People out there, it hurts the ears. No barking. Lay down. Sorry. So we put in the quail eggshell as an extra portion of calcium for your dog. Hazel there. And they get nice and crunchy that way, right? That's why we call them Quail Crunch Bites. And they are definitely Hazel's favorites. So if you want to have a portrait how Hazel normally looks like, get them today. We don't have a signed copy. Actually, that would be a cool idea. We should do a paw print, Hazel. Yeah. If you want an autograph of Hazel, let me know. She's loud today. She's okay. One more. That's it. I mean, the cool thing is, it's very lean. There's when we process the quail, we cut away the fat. It's rich in protein, bit of fiber, bit of fat. Oh, there you go. But what it really is, it's just premium quail meat, dehydrated, no fillers, no artificial colors. It's gluten free, 100% natural. The only artificial thing about it is the packaging. Hazel, no more packing. Wow, she's addicted to it. You're addicted to quail meat. Definitely. Okay, one more. That's it. One more, that's it. There you go. Okay, good. Now let Daddy talk. Yeah, she's like a daughter to me, right? Are you the same with your dog or with your cat? It's a member of the family, right? I mean, Hazel is the chief treat tester. I came up with the idea of making those dog treats because of Hazel. And she's such a good dog, and I want that she gets the best possible treats as well, the best possible food. And that's why we make that stuff. And since we have extra, we sell it. That's the kind of the story how it all developed. How did the pet cotton candy develop? So I gave some of the crunch bites to my sister-in-law for her cats, and she has some older cats, and she told me, listen, I'd rather be honest than than not, but those treats are not for my cat. They are just too crunchy. My cats don't have the best teeth anymore. I'm sorry. I would love that they get some of your quail meat, but that doesn't work out. So my brain jumped into action and said, okay, what could I do for older pets? Yeah, or young ones who don't stop barking. So that's why I use the quail meat. I dehydrate it, and then we fluff it up to make it a fluffy little food topper. That was the first idea. But like this, it's also like a nice size treat. Here you go, Hazel, in front of the camera, please. Turn around. Turn around. Oh, did I drop something? Hazel, turn around and sit. Good girl. Let me give you this. So I make a little ball out of it. Here you go. And then it's a really nice treat for all stages, all ages, right? For your ferret, for your cat, for your dog. And since it looks a little bit from the texture like cotton candy, we called it the pet cotton candy. Obviously no sugar in there, no artificial coloring, nothing artificial other than, again, the packaging, right? We want to make sure it stays shelf stable for you guys for a long time, so your pet is going to be a long time happy with it. It's very nutrient rich, the quail meat. If you smell it, you probably might say, I don't like that smell. But as you can see by Hazel's reaction, and as you will see by your dog's, by your cat's reaction, this is the gamey flavor because the quail is a game bird. It's absolute natural. It has this distinct flavor and smell, and it's okay for your pet, right? Think about it. In the old days, when we didn't domesticate our dogs and cats, right? What they were hunting out there. Of course, small birds. If you're a cat owner, you probably had the lovely gift already from your outdoor cat, bringing back a little gift, a little birdie to you. I have something for you there. Yeah, Hazel, no more barking, okay? That's too loud for the people and for me. So you get one more treat and then you lay down. Is that a deal? Okay. One more crunch bite for her. I can feed her quite a lot because I know it's lean, not fatty. So it's a good treat for training. Now Hazel, say bye-bye for now. Lay down. Go, lay down. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Okay, sorry for that. So yeah, going back to the natural instinct, awaken the natural instinct in your pet, right? So we bring all these natural products to you. We thought about a natural toy as well. And therefore, my daughter actually came up with that idea, as she has cats. We use every single part of this gorgeous birds, the quail, and we came up with the idea for a natural pet toy, which is The wing on the string. And Hazel, I know you ate. You ate one early on. I know you did because there was one missing. That's the thing. If I put things down and they are not, Hazel is not where she's supposed to be because outside of the production area, she sneaked in there and I saw some feathers on the floor early on. I know you sneaked that one. You're not allowed in there. You know that, but you. Yeah, I have to put in better security measures. I have to close the door behind me every time I go into that room, right? Anyway, let's go back to the product. The wing on the string, my daughter, she saw that, I cut off those wings because there's no meat on them. And she asked me, well, what do you do with those? And I was like, I have no idea. There's no meat on them. I throw them out because I don't have any pigs to feed them to. Most farmers might, feed them to their pigs. But my daughter said, okay, can I have it? And so, like with all the other dog treats, we dehydrated. And so she dehydrated it, put the natural little string around it, made a good knot there, right? And then started to use it to play with her dog, with her cat. You could use it also for dog training. We sell them as a pair as well, or two pairs, if you want to do educate your dog on retrieving game birds, so the natural scent is still preserved because there's only hot air with to preserve the wing. And let me open it up. Hazel, we're not gonna play now. No, we're not. It's great to play with a small puppy or smaller dog as well. I'm not playing with Hazel anymore as she's a bigger dog now, and she has a tendency to swallow it and eat it. But it's a toy, right? And you can play with your cat. It brings out the natural instinct again in your cat, the tiger, real bird play. If you have a stick laying around at home, just tie the other end here on a stick. And it's even easier to play. And let me show you a little video how that actually looks like. So hold on 1 second. I just gonna, and you can do that too. You just click on the product below if you want to see it straight away. But I'm just clicking here and bring the screen over there. Oh, no, this one. Here we go. So, here we actually have some videos. Some are from customers, some we made ourselves. Let's see here. I think this one was from my, whoops. Well, I'm gonna get there. Okay, yeah, that one is from my daughter actually playing with her cat and the string outside. Yeah, this tiger here is definitely a lot into it. And yeah, let's have a look at this one. Oh, it's similar. Here's another cat. Oh yeah, so that one is from a friend of ours. That tiger got real wild. So it could happen that some feathers come off. That's okay. And in the worst case scenario, like Hazel, if your pet swallows it, the bones are tiny, they break down easily. And the way I think about it, I would be so scared if my dog would eat a plastic toy, right? This is a natural product. There is no chemicals, nothing to it, and nothing can happen really. I mean, believe it or not, we had an incident where Hazel ate 5 pairs of them, and she was fine. The next day she pooped some feathers, but ever since I do a better job closing that door. But today today is a day of a lot of things going wrong for me on the farm. I'm gonna tell you more about that in the news section. But you have a good day and sometimes a bad day. I hope it's not the trend of this week, but we'll see. But yeah, a great natural toy, and get it now. Your pets will be really happy to have a nice bird play with our natural wing on the string. Now, we do have for bigger dogs as well the whole quail, as pictured here, dehydrated as well as for falconers or for your bird of prey. For training purposes, for bird dog training, We do have the whole quail. They are 6 weeks of age, so probably that size, dehydrated in a pack of 3 as well. So that's what we have available in our store as well. If you are looking after for something for a big dog for training, or for a bird of prey, falcon and so on, that's available in our store as well. Hey Sal, did you go into the trash bin again? This is not for you. I had it with you today. She's not behaving today at all. Anyway, lay down. Oh boy, being on live TV with the dog can be tricky. Anyway, let me start where it all started, here on our quail farm 5 years ago here in New Jersey. It all started with the egg. If you ever wondered what comes first, the egg or the chicken, it actually was the quail. The quail was domesticated 4,000 years ago, when we figured out, hey, that cool bird here is great for meat and eggs, right? What we sell most on our farm is obviously the quail eggs, and every once in a while we get some oddly shaped ones. So let me show you this one, which looks like a grape with a little dipple on top here I can hold. So obviously that one is not making it to you, as well as a little training egg here, which is not the size of a normal egg, or this very round one, which doesn't really has the shape of an egg. Those guys don't make it to you, only the proper ones, properly shaped. We ship them out fresh, and so they're either for your consumption or as a treat for your pet as well. Hazel gets 1 fresh quail egg in the morning, she eats it raw, and 1 in the evening as well. When we're out camping, I go back to my lovely shaker, right? So I can bring that along when we go hiking and anything, and Hazel has a snack there. I can put that on top as well. What is in quail eggs, right? Obviously, you have seen by the size of the eggs, they are much smaller than a chicken egg, but the cool thing is they are more nutrient dense. So 1 single egg, let me grab one here. So this single egg here has about 13 calories. Then it has 1 gram of fat. But now let's get into the vitamins. A single quail egg has 5% of vitamin A. Of your daily value recommended intake, 5% of vitamin A, what you should consume every day, is in 1 single egg. So if you have breakfast with a couple of quail eggs, you're already halfway there. Vitamin B12, 10% in a single egg. That's pretty amazing. Then you have minerals and other things like riboflavin, 10%, folate, 5%, selenium, 10%, and the list goes on and on. Is vitamin D in there, iron in there. The protein is great. 1 gram of protein in a single egg. So if you look into bodybuilding, great thing. There's antioxidants in there, keeps your skin nice. Zinc and a ton of other vitamins and minerals, which really is a great thing to fill your body up. It gives me a lot of energy here on the farm. I was cleaning up a mess early on today. I'll show you later. So, having a quail egg as a, hard-boiled, or sometimes I pickle quail eggs as well, as a snack in between. And for breakfast, it really gets you started into your day, into your week, and brings really the freshness of it to you. So definitely way more vitamin and mineral rich than chicken eggs. It's cool if you're into tiny cooking, right? We have those quail egg holders as well. So if you want to half boil an egg, and you were always wondering, where do I find those little mini cups, mini quail egg holders? If you have like tiny spoon, off you go. And you find those egg holders now with us here at Undique. We have them in the colors blue, white, and black. If you click on the product below, you can see the different variations. And it's great if you either want to display your favorite quail egg, if you're into quail eggs and you hollow it out. There's some spacey ones. They look like planets. There is the lovely blue celadon ones. All kinds of variations. And I think with those holders here, you really bring out the quality of the quail egg when if you want to display it, but also if you want to do something fancy on your breakfast table. So get them now. So how did it start with quail on our farm? I have a picture here of the first quail I ever hatched. Let me show you guys. Here we go. So this is the first quail I ever hatched a little over 5 years ago. And then I decided a couple of months later that I make a business out of quail. And I started off with a carton of 12. Only, hatch rates vary a lot based on your equipment, experience, treatment, and shipment. So we hatch a lot here on the farm. Pretty much our incubator is constantly running year round. And therefore we know the fertility rates and the hatch rates of each of our flocks across all the farms in our network. And that's the network map here. So we try to be close to you, and if we see a drop in fertility rates or hatch rates here on the farms, then we just ship them out as fresh eggs, or we make the lovely food top out of it. So in regards to our hatching eggs, we make sure you get the best possible quality if you decide to get into quail yourself. So we have hatching eggs as well. We are thankful to all those teachers out there who order regularly from us to do hatching projects with their classroom, and all those backyard farmers and families who want to live a bit more self-sustainable. Especially this year we saw it in the supermarket with the egg prices, right? So it's a great idea if you're thinking about having a bit more control over your food chain. Start with some hatching eggs. Not every egg will hatch. And it's commonly known hatch rates for shipped eggs are around 50%, sometimes more. I've had customers reporting just recently for button quail hatching eggs a hatch rate of 11 out of 12. That's amazing. Sometimes you get 3 out of 12. Okay, it happens. There's a lot of many different factors to it. Therefore, we don't give any guarantees, but we send you the best quality out. And we're on our packaging. We have information on how you should incubate them, how you should keep quail, and all that good stuff. So you find that in our store as well. Since we are on a quail farm, we try to improve things here, how we do things, and we use state-of-the-art quail keeping equipment, and we think of, okay, what can we add to it in regards to make our lives on the farm easier, but also yours. So if you use hatching time equipment or the so-called Chimuka cages, we developed now a feeder, can be used in any other cage as well. They come in a pack of 2. So here's the second one. And a single one holds 11 ounces of feed. So that's quite a lot. You might be familiar with those old kind of feeders, those green or red ones. Let me, show you there some pictures. Here we go, photos. I might have one in here somewhere. Where is the old one? I didn't even picture it. The old ones are these trays where the quail can crawl into and poop into, especially when they're young. This is the new one, and they fit perfectly. We developed it here in the US, and we make it here. And they fit perfectly onto the grow-out cages, as well as the brooder cages from hatching time. As well, if you have 2 of them, you could just put a zip tie around them, and you can place them into any brooder. Leave some space, no little quail will get trapped. And if they stand like this in a brooder, for example, you can control the flow here, how much food goes out. There is not enough room for a quail chick to crawl into it. You can decide to cover it or leave it open, but the main purpose was for us to easily attach it onto the cages with some zip ties, so we can easily remove it and replace it when we clean the cages, or if we have to clean the feeders. But I use them now since I started to develop them and produce the first ones. I use it now since a couple of months. I never had a quail in there. I never really had poop in there, as it's lifted up from the floor if you mount it correctly into the cage. And they're very easy to use. So in the past, I used the original feeding trays where the birds can run around in there, poop in there, all that good stuff. Now it's just simply attached here to the cage. Still leaves plenty of space on top for the airflow and to monitor your quail, but also just provides the food, keeps it fresh. With the angle I designed here, it flows down slowly, so there's no spoilage here. The quail need to peck a little bit, work it to get more food out. It works with crumbles, it works with pellets. If you have dried mealworms, it works with that as well. So a lot of variation. Oh yeah, here I have a video. This is how it looks like from the inside view. It's recommended to be used from the age of 7 days until adult is no problem. They are not made for the layer cages, so just grow out and brooder. And here you see a little video on how the quail perspective on those cages are. I made them in yellow as well. Right now we sell the white ones. So that's the front slot quail feeder. And you can see the quail needs to go up a bit, so it separates poop from food, right? Yeah, if they're really tiny, then use these original small ones. But once the quail are a week old, you can easily mount them there. It also prevents the quail from sneaking out there, so it fits perfectly into the Chimuka hatching time, brooder and grow out cages. So developed here in the US, made in the US, brought to you from our quail farm to yours. Speaking of quail and cleaning, this brooder here definitely needs some cleaning as well. Transporting quail, if you sell chicks locally, or like we do as well, we have here from a very experienced breeder sourced that specific product, which is the special shipping carton for live birds. Let me grab it here. It easily folds together. The instructions on how to fold it is in here, are printed in here. So the box here is approved by the US Postmaster as well. I use it also when I do cleaning of my cages to temporarily house them. So it folds really nice up. Very easy, 3-step folding. And you see here then the membrane, so that the quail is protected, but the airflow is also there. You have the holes, you can take more air holes out if you like to do so. And this quail shipper for baby chicks, if you do local sales as well. It's really easy to use. Sorry, I noticed it's green screen, so the shipper is green. Let me switch to the hazel cam here. Hazel cam went dark. No wonder if she bugs that much. But it's really easy to use. So that's what I use when I clean out my cages, when I have any live birds leaving the farm as well, that they are professionally and securely packaged, that they make the trip home really well. Yeah, so that's a little insight on the products we have. Now let me give you a little insight on how my week went so far. Not that many pictures, but I had some messy stuff to deal with, so let's take a look. Okay, so what happened this week? Oh yeah, some good stuff, some bad stuff. Here just a picture of Hazel again pre-cutting her hair. She got really naughty on the sides, so that's why we had to cut it. But honestly, I can't wait until her hair grows back, because she looks weird right now. I don't know what you think, but leave me a comment if you think that she looks better on the picture than she does now, right? I think so. That's the typical poodle look. So yeah, hopefully in a couple of weeks it grows all back. I had some news in the post. I did recently a training class to become a certified polarium tester by the Department of Agriculture here in New Jersey. So now I can test birds on PT. I'm planning to use that if there's any poultry shows in my area, for also for age gatherings and things like that. And I did that also to be a bit more informed about what's going on in regards to all these lovely things the Department of Agriculture does for us to protect our birds from, and what's happening in the environment. Like we saw earlier this year with the bird migration, the avian influenza and all that good stuff. So it's great to network and talk to people So that's why I did that testing class as well. I got to meet people from all over New Jersey who are certified testers as well. So it was pretty exciting, and now finally I got that in the mail. So now I can officially go out there and say, hey, I can test your bird on BT, and let's make sure that your bird is safe and healthy, right? Speaking of healthy birds, here just a quick picture on earlier this week. When was that? Yesterday. Yeah, here is the date. Yesterday I was transferring couple of hundred eggs from the egg turner to the hatching baskets in my CT100 hatcher from hatching time. And yeah, they should be hatching tomorrow, I believe. Latest, what we have today? Monday, right? Wednesday latest, I think. Usually my hatch goes 2 days. They hatch on day 16 in that equipment. Quail typically hatch between days 16 to 22. Depends a lot on your equipment, humidity, temperature, all that good stuff. But in professional equipment, usually they start hatching on day 16. My birds tend to start laying at age 6 weeks. Typically we say week 8 to 10. So don't quote me on that. Don't send me a bad email if yours are not starting to lay eggs when they are 6 weeks old. Sometimes they take a little longer. Important, keep some light on them during the winter months, but even depending how you keep them in the summer, the birds need 14 hours of light on them to lay eggs. If you don't provide the light, they stop laying eggs. So that's what I did this week. That was a joyful task, setting the birds into their hatchers, and then next week you're gonna see the result of that, if I don't forget to take some videos and pictures for you guys. So this is also a way for us to control, make sure our fertility rates are high when we ship out this lovely hatching eggs for you guys. Another pleasureful morning was this one. So I let this video run for a little second and take a sip of water. Let's take a look.
Uh-oh. What happened here?
My
Seems
friend
like
Joe in Texas calls it a slumber party.
on the third level, they must have had
something went wrong.
a scare or something.
A big mess in
went crazy.
Number 2 here.
And as you can see on the third level,
something might have spooked those
I have
quail
the
because they
fenders there, the
kicked
white
out
stuff, mounted
the
differently
normal feeding trays here.
a little bit.
I realized I didn't flip back the fenders from adult bird setting
Slumber
to
party.
young bird setting. There's
Time for
two
cleanup.
ways how you mount those
At
white
least nobody's
grids
injured,
there
that's a
on
good
the
thing.
cages, and I still had them on the adult
Joys
bird
of quail
one.
keeping.
And obviously the quail there, they are about 2-3 weeks old here. And something must have spooked them. I'm not 100%
What happened
sure. I haven't checked
here?
the surveillance camera yet, but on
Seems
2
like
floors here they kicked out the trays and made a
on the
jump
third
for it.
level, they must have had
Luckily no quail was injured.
a scare or
I
something.
picked them up. I cleaned up
and
that mess.
went
The
crazy.
spoiled food here went to
And
my
as you can see
mealworm
on the
farm,
third level,
so nothing really was
I have
spoiled.
the
mealworms gonna
fenders
eat that
there, the
up
white
straight
stuff,
away
mounted differently
and become then food for the
a
quail.
little bit.
Maybe in the future some products for you guys, so I'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Slumber party.
it was time for my
Time for
monthly
cleanup.
anyway. My cleaning routine.
At least
is,
nobody's
there's
injured,
a
that's a
daily
good
one,
thing.
weekly, a monthly and a quarterly cleaning routine.
Joys of quail
Everything
keeping.
nice in there. But yeah, I had some fun catching some quail, putting them back into their grow-out cages. Not everything is sunshine and flowers on the quail farm. You have occasionally to deal with some stuff like that. It's okay, it happens. I should have just changed straight away the configuration. That's what I like. That's the part I like about those grow-out cages, that you can change the configuration on how old your birds are, what you have in there. Same as, I hear sometimes people complaining about those cages. Oh, there's a water leak or whatever. Well, if you don't adjust the water with the growth of your birds, that your birds jump in there on top and take a little bus and you know, a little splash party, then of course you have a water leak, right? I never had with the nipples on the layer cages as well, on the grower cages or breeder cages. I never had a water issue other than me forgetting to adjust the level of how high the drinking cups are, right? And that's really important to know, because you know you can't blame the manufacturer of their cages is they are not great because they, you know, I have a water leakage. The only water leakage I ever have is, again, not adjusting the height of the waterers, or if I fill up the container on top with my pump system. Let me see, there might be a video here I can show you. That's one of my routine tasks.
Here we go. I'm really happy
eggs
about
every
the
evening.
second setup
So
because
I
it's
might
much
not
more
see it on
roomy,
this
as you
camera
can
angle, but
see.
on top of the cage,
Way more
I
space to get
have
around.
there's the standard waterer, and I have on
here in here
on
is
the
better
side
too.
basically I pump water up from the barrel,
More brown.
and I have it on a timer. And if I set that timer wrong, then the water comes down like a waterfall, which is not great, and it happened to me twice. Maybe I should install some kind of a float valve as well to prevent that from happening. Yeah. Sometimes I should just sink when I use that app to pump the water up, and I didn't sink at that time.
Interesting.
But other than that, I
Quail
don't really have issues with
is
those
unique.
cages at all. They're awesome. They improved my life here on the farm so much more compared to
its
my
pattern.
self-built stuff. Keeps everything poop-free in regards to the eggs. The birds are happy in there. I put them sometimes a little box with sand in there that they can clean their feathers and all that good stuff. Especially in the summertime, that's a good idea. That extra sand kind of soaks up any kind of moisture in their poop. That keeps the smell down as well. I want to be careful about, you know, my neighbors. If the wind blows in the wrong direction, there might be some smell blowing there. So I clean every day. I
If I
have the
put one
sand now
upside
in
down,
there
I
to
don't really
soak up
care
the
because actually I have
moisture
to
and keep
package
the
some
birds
today as
happy.
well, so they're gonna
And yeah,
go the correct way
that's
into the egg
works
carton.
really well and nice and neat for them. I sort here depending on color the eggs, and yeah. What else happened this week on the farm? A lot of processing, a lot of office work. Hatching egg season is coming slowly but surely to an end, which is okay because we are busy, you know, producing all the other good stuff for you, for the pet owners out there. And yeah, we had the thing with Hazel where she needed her haircut, and I'm preparing a little bit for the summertime now. Big cleanup coming up with this 3 months schedule after the hatching season. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, I can't complain. We shipped over 62,000 eggs this year with around 600 breaking eggs. So that's about 1% of eggs did break this season so far. And I hear that back from you guys because, you know, if you send me a picture, we take care of that if hatching eggs break or anything like that. Just send them within the first couple of days. That's no problem. So yeah, Hazel, you want to say goodbye to our viewers because we are nearly coming up to the hour? Or what's going on over there? Hazel, what did I tell you about trash bins? I should get those bins dogs can't get into, but I don't throw anything bad out either. It's paper towels. She likes to tear them up. I pick them up again. Is your dog doing that too? Let me know. Okay, we show one more time the crunch bites, how crunchy they are. If Hazel Cam works now, we shall see. Let's see. Nah. Okay. It went dark, but Hazel, you are here, right? Let's show the people how my desk looks like. Yes, I'll use different color pens. The crunch bites. Let's have one more treat. And then we go and eat proper, okay? Sometimes you find them a little longer in our packaging. You can break them apart, right? Crunchy. One more. I mean, they barely have any calories, so. Nice and crunchy. Okay, one more, that's it. Oh, maybe a pro tip at this stage. It happens during transport and so on. You might see some small little crumbles in there when you get to the end of the package. Don't throw it out. Sprinkle that on the food of your pet, of your dog, for example. It's a nice crunchy extra on top of food as well. So you can use it as a food topper, of course, too. But the bigger pieces are for training. Okay, we don't do any training. We do snacking here, but you get the idea. So again, I hope you had a good start into the week as well. If you're planning on having a fancy breakfast this weekend with quail eggs, you can get them here from us. If you are thinking of doing some training sessions with your pet, don't forget to get our premium treats here. And yeah, if you have any suggestions, any questions, you can always click on any of the products below on store. You say contact seller, leave us a comment, please leave us a like and a follow, then you get notified when we are online next time. Hazel might be less, might be more excited next time. I'm sure she's more excited if you leave a like. And yeah, that's it from our Quail Farm today. We are back online Monday next week at 7:30 Eastern. So if you leave a like, then you get a notification on your app on your phone. And I thank you guys for watching. I hope you're gonna have a restful evening and a good rest of your week. And I see you next time. Thanks for watching.